Hi BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. So today is Sunday, it is January the 30th. Happy birthday to my husband. He is 46 today. It is his birthday. Very exciting. His gift is coming from Amazon in the mail. He's very, very excited for it. I will show you guys when it arrives. It's something he's wanted for a while. He got an air fryer. He's so excited. He is definitely the cook in the family. For me, up to me, I would live entirely off of Kraft macaroni and cheese, chicken strips, and fish sticks. And be completely content doing that too. But Garrett likes to eat other things. He's so picky that way. So yeah, he's wanted an air fryer for a while. So I'm actually very excited about trying some new things with the air fryer. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. But anyway, that is what is happening today. It's about 10:15 in the morning on Sunday. Thought I would sit down and say hi to you guys. I am drinking my coffee this morning. Cheers. I just finished filming a floss tube episode, so that is going to get posted soon. And yeah, so a lot of things going on. Before I get into what I'm currently reading, I thought I would show you guys some of the mail that came yesterday. So I had ordered from SJ Wonderlands. She put out a mini Valentine Day box. So you kind of got all these like little things along with some bookmarks, because she does bookmarks. And it came in the mail yesterday and I thought I'd show you guys. So for one, I got this gorgeous card. Read what you love. Isn't that gorgeous? I want to get like a little frame, and I actually like want to put it on the wall here in the book room because I just think that is so pretty. So yeah, so that came in the box. And then she sent 2 cards, which I don't want to send either of them. Again, I want to get little frames for these. You must allow me to tell you how ardently, am I saying that? I admire and love you. So there's one. And it's just a blank card. So like nothing on the inside. And it even comes with an envelope. Super cute. But again, I don't want to mail them. I want to keep them. And then bosom friends and raspberry cordial. Cordial, am I saying that? That's the other one. And again, blank on the inside, came with the envelope. Then I got some stickers, which are super cute. I'm probably going to stick them on my book cart. So we have Eat, Sleep, Read, One More Page, Book, Love, and Let's Read. So they're like those little conversation hearts, which are delightful, absolutely delightful. And then I got a pack of these. So I got 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 of these. So they're little Valentines, to and from. It says Happy Valentine's Day, and it says to and from. That is so charming. No idea what I'm going to use these for, but they're so cute. So we got 2 different colors. So we got like a pink and a teal. So there's the 2 of them. Really cute. I'll put those away and I'll figure something out for them. Maybe if I ever send anything to anybody, I could just put it in the package. That would be charming. And then the bookmarks. Got the bookmarks. So I have a feeling. Now, as a Canadian who has never read Anne of Green Gables, I have a feeling these are all Anne of Green Gables inspired. Those of you who are Anne fans, am I correct? Some of you might be screaming it already just from seeing the cards, because they're kind of similar. So we have this one, Most Ardently. Ardently, am I saying that right? It's real. I mean, they're really pretty, don't get me wrong. Even as someone who has never read Anne, these are super pretty. So I got that one. This one I really like. It says Kindred Spirits. Very pretty. This one was kind of like the glaringly obvious, oh, maybe this is Anne of Green Gables. I don't want sunbursts and marble halls. I just want you. And clearly, Anne. The red pigtails, the red braided pigtails are kind of a sure sign on that one. So yeah, that one. I love this one. It says, true friends are always together in spirit. I think that one is super adorable. And then I love this one. Society of Obstinate Headstrong Girls since 1813. So yeah, so there's that one as well. So that was my little package from SJ Wonderlands. I'm really happy with it. I'm glad I decided to go ahead and get the little mini Valentine's Day box. It was so charming. I loved it. Even though I believe it's all Anne inspired, or most of it's Anne inspired, I'm still absolutely happy with it. And will happily use all of these bookmarks because I love them. So what am I currently reading, you guys? Let's get into that. So first of all, on audio, I am still listening to It Started With a Dog by Julia London. So I am about a little over 2 hours through this. I have about 8.5 hours left. My goal is to finish these 3 books I'm about to share with you by tomorrow night, because it's the 31st tomorrow. So I want to get these done before February starts. So I'm hoping to get a bunch of this listened to today. That's kind of my goal. I want to do some stitching and listen to an audiobook. So that's what I'm going to do on this one. So this one is about our 2 main characters, Harper and a guy whose name I can't remember. The 2 of them are doing this ride share to the airport, and the driver is not the best, and he slams on the brakes and their phones go flying. And as you can imagine, they end up with each other's phones. And the story kind of goes from there. So I will share more about this one, I'm hoping, tomorrow, like when I get it done. So I'm really enjoying it. And of course, it does involve a dog or dogs, rescue dogs, because it's called It Started With a Dog. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. It's super, super cute and fun. My current ebook that I have borrowed out from the library, which is a throwback read for me, is an old Nancy Drew. And it is, let me turn this off so I can show you guys the cover, The Mystery of the Ivory Charm by Carolyn Keene. This is book 13 in the original Nancy Drew mystery series. These are the old Yellow Spine books. And this one's, I don't know how much this would get away today, and I talked about this in my last vlog, that there is some stereotypes in this book in regards to people from India that are just not cool. But I'm reading it for what it is, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So the mystery involves like this ivory charm of an elephant. There is an Indian man who might be a bad guy, and this and that, and yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. So I'll, again, talk more about this one probably tomorrow. And the last thing that I'm reading, I'm about halfway through this one now. And I'm actually really enjoying it, you guys. I'm reading this on my Gloss app, so it's a Harlequin book. And it is called Their New Year's Beginning, and it's by Michelle Major. Like I said, I'm about 50% of the way through it at this point. Maybe a little bit further, maybe even close to 60%. I only have like 6 chapters left, I think, in it. So if not today, by tomorrow I'll get it done. Let me do that, just so I can show you guys the cover. I wish there was an easier way for me to show you guys the cover, but it is what it is. So here is the cover of this book. So there it is. Really pretty. So this is the first in a series, The Fortunes of Texas, Rambling Rose. I think The Wedding Gift is what it's called. So essentially these so this will be a 6-book series. So this is the first book. Second book comes out in February, third in March, and so on and so forth. So my goal throughout the first half of this year is to read each one as they come out every month, which is very exciting. So the premise, like there's always like an overarching story plot. Like you can read all of these individually, but there is an overarching story plot. And it's like there was this wedding on New Year's Eve, and our main character, his name is Brian, and her name is Emmeline. And his brother got married, his twin brother. And they received this wedding gift that was really weird. It was like a bronze horse head or something. So he is investigating, like they don't know who sent it. There was no gift receipt. No gift receipt. There's no card, no anything to say who sent it, where it came from. So they are trying to find out what it is. And I think that is the plot that kind of follows through all 6 of these books, is like, where did this gift come from and who sent it kind of a scenario. So far I'm enjoying it, but this is a really cute one. Like they meet on New Year's Eve, they share a kiss, and the relationship is kind of going from there. It's a small town. She's pregnant, about 6 months pregnant. The ex wants nothing to do with her and the baby. And, Brian doesn't actually live in Texas. He lives in Buffalo, New York, and he's planning on going back to Buffalo. And, so whatever they're doing together wouldn't be long term, you know what I mean? So that's kind of where we are in the story. So I will report back on this one as well. Hopefully tomorrow I will have 3 books to review for you guys. That'll be great. So anyway, guys, that is it. That is all I have for this clip right now. Like I said, just a little opening. Hello, how are you? And yeah, I'll try and I know my last few vlogs have been really boring of just me literally just sitting here talking to you guys, but I'm going to try and do a bit more out and about if I can. I am going into the office tomorrow and Friday, but it is what it is. That's fine. I don't have to work this weekend, which is great. This coming weekend, I did work yesterday on Saturday. So anyway, guys, that's it. I'm rambling. I'm going to sit and I'm going to edit the floss tube video to go up, and until tomorrow, guys, or whenever I check in next, I'll talk to you then. Bye, guys. Hi, friends. Happy Monday. Today is the last day of January. It's the 31st, and I just got home. I am on my lunch for another 5-10 minutes, so I thought I'd do a quick sit down and say hello to you guys. So yeah, I was in the office this morning. I had to go in and left at 3 o'clock. I'm now home for the rest of the night, which is great. Working from home, I've got a few more meetings and things like that. And yeah, but I thought I'd give you guys a very, very quick update. I don't really have much to report from yesterday. So as I mentioned yesterday, I decided to put down that the dog book just because I knew I wasn't going to get it done. So I will get it read at some point before the end of the year. That's the whole point of the TBR bingo, is not necessarily to finish the book in the given month. I mean, you can if you want to, but you don't have to, but it's more to try and finish it before the end of the year kind of a scenario. So I will finish it before the end of the year so I can, get a blackout on that bingo card before the end of the year, which will be great. But I did pick another book yesterday, Fishing for Trouble by Elizabeth Logan. I did not start it. I was going to start it yesterday afternoon, and then I went downstairs and my husband and I sat together, and it was his birthday yesterday, so spent some time with him. And we watched some TV and stuff like that, and we ordered dinner in. Even though he got his new air fryer, you had to let it run for 30 minutes to get the smell out. If you guys have ever had a space heater and you turn on the space heater for the first time, you get that smell. That's exactly what it smelled like, but it had to burn off whatever. So anyway, we're going to use it probably tonight. Tomorrow for sure. We got to do some groceries tomorrow morning. So we got dinner in last night from a local pub. We love pub food. And he got a chicken and bacon club sandwich, and I got these chicken fajita. Oh, it's delicious. So we had that, and then his hockey game was on last night at 8 o'clock. He's a Buffalo Sabres fan. Even though we live in Toronto, he's a Sabres fan. So a Sabres game was on last night. So I'm not a hockey person, and I'm like, you're okay if I just let you sit down here? And he's like, yeah, I'm good. He was happy. He was in his jersey. He was all set to go. I think they lost, though, so he was a little upset about that. So I'm like, I'm going to go upstairs and get some reading done. So I went up to bed, and I don't know. I'm jealous of people who can go lay in bed for hours and hours and read. I've never been able to do that. It could be 1 o'clock in the afternoon. If I sit in bed to read, I immediately want to go to sleep. So I forced myself to stay. It was only 8 o'clock at night. I'm not that old yet. I would have been up at 2 in the morning if I got to bed at 8 o'clock. So I laid in bed for a couple of hours and read, and I watched some booktube and stuff like that. And yeah, so then I got up and went to work this morning. So I need to finish off the Nancy Drew book today. I did get a good chunk of it read yesterday. And I need to also finish the Michelle Major book. So those are my 2 goals for the rest of tonight, is just to get a lot of reading done, as much reading done as I can get done. So tomorrow I'm going to start the Elizabeth Logan book. I did drive back and forth to work today, but I still didn't end up putting the audiobook on. I just listened to the radio, and I did put on Spotify on my phone, because I've had the Taylor Swift song All Too Well running through my head all weekend. And I'm like, I just need to listen to it to get it out of my head. Sorry about that. Even though I am on lunch, if the phone rings, I want to make sure I answer it in case everybody else is busy. So I'm going to, even like I said, even though I drove in, I didn't listen to the audiobook. I was listening to some music. Sorry, total side note, you guys. Anybody, I have been a fan of Taylor Swift since this Tim McGraw song came out. I think she's delightful. And even when she stepped away from country and was doing the more pop songs, I still really liked her and liked her music. But that All Too Well song, the 10-minute version, is so good. She really is a phenomenal storyteller, to be completely honest. So I did listen to that on the way into work a couple times, to be honest. I may have repeated it. And then working, and now I'm home and want to finish my book, or my books, I should say. But I thought for fun, what I would do is I spun the wheel yesterday for the first audiobook of February. So let's spin for the first ebook in February, right? Fun times, right, guys? So I just thought that would be a little bit of fun while we're sitting here. So let me just open up my wheel app here and let us bring this up. So here we are. It's kind of really bright. Let me try and tone that down even a little bit more. Is that better? Oh, not really. So let's see what we got here. We're starting again with a Sweet Valley High. Sweet Valley High, book number 8, Heartbreaker by Francine Pascal. So that's going to be the first book in the for my ebooks for the month of February. So that's kind of fun. Anyway, I'm getting emails. It's time for me to log back in. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Happy February, everybody. Here is the new image for my calendar for this month. Super, super adorable. I love it. It's Bernard and Presley, or Gordon Presley. I love this magical cats calendar. I just think it's delightful. But yeah, there is this month's image. Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Today is the 1st of February and it is about 10:30 in the morning. So I will be starting work in about a half an hour, but I thought I would sit down and give you guys a little bit of an update because I finished 2 books yesterday. So let me quickly review both of them for you, and then I will get into my reading for the month of February, like what I'm starting with for this month. So yesterday, the first book that I finished was Their New Year's Beginning by Michelle Major, which is the first book in the Fortunes of Texas, the Wedding Gift series. So this is a 6-book series running from January till June of 2022. I will be reading one every month, so I'll be getting to book 2 in February, and I'm very excited. But yeah, so I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It's a super cute story. It's about our main character, Emmeline, and she lives in this small town called Rambling Rose, Texas. And the previous series in the Fortunes of Texas series took place in this town as well. And a lot of the characters that you meet in this book are from that series. I haven't read that series yet, but I was in no way lost or anything at all like that. So that wasn't an issue. So she's pregnant. She got pregnant with her ex, and he didn't want anything to do with her or the baby. Like, he's like, I'm not ready for this. And he left. So she is in town. She has taken over her grandfather's antique shop. He passed away, and he left the antique shop to her, and she's back in town, and her mother lives in town as well. And her mother has been telling her to kind of hide this pregnancy like the whole time. Because small town, her mother's like, people are going to talk, and I don't want you to have to go through that kind of scrutiny and stuff like that. So Emmeline, though, was like, I don't know, I don't know if people are going to do that. So she's kept this whole pregnancy thing a secret. So on New Year's Eve, there was this big wedding for Brian's twin brother. And at the wedding, he met Emmeline, and they shared a New Year's Eve kiss. And it was sweet and adorable, and I loved it. So prior to that, though, on Christmas, Brian's brother, is it Bryce? I think it's Bryce, sorry. He and his soon-to-be wife received this gift. And when they opened up the gift, it was like this weird, like, bronze horse head or something. There was no tag, no idea who it came from. So Brian is trying to figure out the mystery behind this, like, gift. And that's the entire mini-series. So that's what's going to kind of follow the whole mini-series, is finding out about what this gift is and who sent it, kind of an idea. So, anyway, Brian's like, yeah, I'll try and figure it out. So then New Year's comes and he shares this kiss with Emmeline. He had never met her before. And, even though it's a small town, Brian doesn't live in town. He's only in town kind of for the wedding and stuff like that. And he's going to head back to Buffalo, New York. And, he figured, okay, it was a one kiss with this kind of virtual stranger, and we'll go on with our lives. So a few days later, he goes into this antique shop thinking that maybe the proprietor can figure out what this horse head gift thing is. And of course, it's Emmeline behind the counter, and the two of them start a relationship, and it's so sweet. So the main conflict about this one is the fact that Brian is going back to Buffalo. That has been his entire plan. He's only here for short term. She, of course, is pregnant. So, it was really cute, really sweet. I liked it a lot. I mean, I was kind of a little annoyed at her mother because of like, oh, don't tell anybody. But there's only so long you can hide something like that from people. You know what I mean? Even if you manage to hide the entire pregnancy, eventually you're going to have a baby. It's like, where did it come from? But her mother was also a single mother, and back then got a lot of ridicule from the small town that they lived in, and stuff like that. So her mother's hesitancy was coming from a place of love. Like, she didn't want her daughter to go through what she went through. So I understood that. But still, at the end of the day, I really enjoyed this book. 4 stars. I am looking forward to the next book, which is by Joe McNally. So that's the thing with these Fortunes of Texas series. And then this will also happen at the end of the year with a Montana Mavericks series that they're going to do, a 6-book series starting in July. I might do a read through of that as well, like make those like the last 6 books too of the year. One every month for the end of the year. That they're written by different authors. So it's a continuity. Each book is written by a different author. So yay, I am really, really happy with the first one. I am looking forward to the second one and the continuation of this series. And yeah, I absolutely recommend it if you guys are fans of a good contemporary romance. So yeah, that was that one. So the second book that I finished yesterday was the Nancy Drew book, and it was The Mystery of the Ivory Charm by Carolyn Keene, the 13th book in the Nancy Drew Mystery Stories series, which is the Yellow Spine ones. This one was originally published in 1936, and it was definitely originally published in 1936. This book was quite problematic in terms of race, talking about people from India. And sadly, a lot of stereotypes that should not be stereotypes. I'm not forgiving it for that. I did give it 3 stars because I do like Nancy Drew. However, there was a lot that happened in this book that I didn't love. So this one would almost be edging on a 2.5 star for me. But yeah, it's essentially about Nancy and her friends Bess and George go to this wild animal fair thing, and they meet this little Indian boy by the name of Rashish. I'm sorry. They meet him, and he's being treated very badly by his father, quote unquote. Turns out it's not his actual father. His father's supposedly here in America, or, in America, excuse me. And, they're looking for him. And, there's this whole part that I really left a sour taste in my mouth with this little boy, that they get him a tutor to teach him English because he's going to be staying in the U.S. And, there's all these comments made about, oh, he's so bright, even though he's like from this, small village, and, how is he this bright, and he blah, 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 whatever. But anyway, the whole mystery is that there's this like charm, this elephant shaped charm in ivory, that there's a mystery behind it, and the mystery of the little boy's father and things like that, and this weird house and these jewels from India. And it was this whole thing. I mean, if I could have taken out a lot of the very unfortunate stereotypes that were put in here, this book would have been like a 4.5. Like, I really liked the actual mystery itself. I thought it was very interesting, but unfortunately, a lot of what was talked about in here, again from a book from 1936, just really soured it for me. But I'm going to continue on with the series because I am liking these. And eventually, at one point, I think once you pass like book 50 or something like that, they start to get published later, like in the 70s and 80s. And I think the tone changes just a little bit in terms of, you're still getting, like, I've even noticed, like, reading the Sweet Valley High books and stuff like that, there's a lot of fat shaming and things like that. But, again, you're reading it and you got to think about the time period. Like, if they were written now, it would be very, very different, right? So, not forgiving it, but just, this is kind of, it is what it is, essentially, at the end of the day. So what am I currently reading? I started a new audiobook this morning. I talked about this one in my last clip, but I did start it this morning, and I listened to a little bit of it, and I hope to listen to some more of it today. I have a lot of admin work stuff to do today, and I am working from home, which is a bonus. So I started Fishing for Trouble by Elizabeth, is it Elizabeth Logan? Elizabeth Logan. So this is the second book in the Alaskan Diner Mystery Series. And so what's happened in this one is that our main character, Charlotte, owns this diner in this very small town in Alaska. And one of the patrons doesn't die in the restaurant, but he collapses and then later dies in hospital. So that's as far as I am now. I'm like, I think 45 minutes into this. It's an 8-hour and 20-minute book, but I am about 45 minutes into it. And so far I'm enjoying it. I like the writing on it. I love the small Alaska town setting. And yeah, so I will update you guys more as I get more through that one. And speaking of Sweet Valley High, do I have, excuse me, I'm sorry. Yes, I did. Okay. So I am starting, this will be easier than trying to bring it up that, Heartbreaker by Francine Pascal, which is book 8 in the Sweet Valley High series. I spun for this one yesterday, and it's the one that I got. So there's our cover. That's not a 16-year-old girl. That's like a 50-year-old woman trying to look 60. I know, I'm sorry. The cover models in the original, like in the old covers, they looked so much older than 16. I'm sorry. And I found that a lot with the Baby Search Club covers as well. Like the ages that the characters were portrayed to, they just didn't, anyway. I don't know anything about what this one's about. I think because these ones really are like the Sweet Valley High series, I always say it's like a soap opera, and it literally is, because finishing book number 7, you get alluded to, like you see the first scene almost in book number 8, and then it says it below, oh, find out what's going to happen between Jessica and Bill, the surfer guy, in book number 8 in Sweet Valley High. So it's almost like a cliffhanger, but not a cliffhanger. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. So she's going for this guy. He's already got a girlfriend, or he had a girlfriend, and he dumped the girlfriend for Jessica. It's a whole soap opera thing. So I will update you guys as I read this one. It shouldn't take me very long to read. And I did decide to start another book on my Gloss app from Harlequin, because I have so many of these, you guys, and I just bought 10 more. So I have a lot of these, and I noticed in the month of January, I think I maybe read one. I think it was only that special edition one is the only one that I read. So I really need to read more of these, because I'm not reading, like I'm buying them and I'm not reading them fast enough. But I do like having one of these on the go. So I decided to, sorry, that was the cat in the closet. I don't know why he sleeps in the closet. It makes him feel safe. Bernardi. Anyway, sounds like he's scratching and he's hitting the wall. So I decided to start a Blaze book, and we have Rolling Like Thunder by Vicki Lewis Thompson. So let me turn down the glare on the screen here. Oh, excuse me, Sniffles. So, sorry, it's a little dark. Let me see what I can do here, you guys. Let's try that. It's better. Okay, so Rolling Like Thunder by Vicki Lewis Thompson. This is, I think, the 3rd book in the Thunder Mountain Brotherhood series. I've not read the first 2, but you guys know I jump around in series all the time. So this is just a Blaze novel. I have no idea what it's about. I didn't read the back of the book. I plan on starting it today, getting a few chapters read. Pardon me, I've got the hiccups. So I will update you guys, pardon me, as soon as I start reading this, like tomorrow, and let you guys know kind of the situation. It's a Blaze novel, so this one will be hot and spicy as per usual with these Blaze books. So, and Vicki Lewis Thompson is fantastic. I am a big fan of her work. So yeah, I am looking forward to that one. So, like I said, I've got a lot of admin type stuff to do today. I had some time this morning. I was up really early for some reason this morning. So I did start a February project. If you watch my FlossTube channel, you know that I've got some new cross-stitch pieces that I am starting in February. What I do is I work on a piece that I've already been working on, and I generally start something new. So I thought I would very quickly show you guys, because it's for the month of February, what it is that I am crafting on, like my cross-stitch piece, my new start for the month of February. This makes sense some way, doesn't it, guys? Let me just find HI. Here it is. So it's called, I love the name of the pattern. It's called I Love You Dearly, but it's DEERLY, like a deer, because that's the pattern. Isn't it just so cute? Oh, I love it. I love it. And when I finish it, I'm going to finish it in a frame just like that and hang it on the wall, because it's just so cute. So yeah, I Love You Dearly. So I got it started. This is what I have done. I'm working on that center heart. So that's what I started this morning. So yeah, I will, I'll show you guys this a little bit as I go along, I guess. But anyway, that's it. I got to log on to work. Bernard has left the room, or else I'd bring him up to show him off. Mr. Sniffles has left the room, and I will check in with you guys probably tomorrow. So they're calling for a major storm. It's supposed to start tonight. We're supposed to get rain, and then it's going to turn into freezing rain and then turn into snow tomorrow. Now, I'm not due back in the office again until Friday. However, we're supposed to get like major snow on Thursday into Friday. So Friday might be touch and go if I actually end up going into the office. We shall see what happens as the week goes on. But anyway, guys, that's it. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hey, friends. Happy Wednesday. Happy Groundhog's Day. It is the 2nd of February. I'm pretty sure Wyerton Willie up here in Toronto, or not in Toronto, in Ontario saw his shadow. So big surprise, 6 more weeks of winter. Anyway, I'm not showing my face today because I am tired. I haven't been sleeping well, so it's a thing. But I am here to spin the wheel on my ebook and print books because I am almost done the Sweet Valley High book. But yeah, so I thought I would just pop on here real quick to do that and go from there. So I haven't finished the Sweet Valley High book just yet. So I will update you guys on that tomorrow. Sorry for the glare with my overhead light, but it's a thing. Ooh, okay, The Key by Rebecca Flanders. Let's move over here. Sorry if some of you get motion sickness. But here we go, guys. The next book that I will be reading. Oh, that's exciting. I'm very excited to read this one. This is the very first Harlequin intrigue novel. For those of you who might not have seen my retro romance readathon TBR, this is one of the books that was on there to be reading some, of course, the retro romance. It's pretty self-explanatory. Read some older books. And this one was published in the 80s. I cannot remember exactly when in the 80s, but it's from the 80s. But like I said, it's the very first intrigue novel. So I will, of course, report back. But that's about it for me right now, you guys. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hi, friends. Happy Thursday. Today is the 3rd of February, and it is about 9:15 in the morning. So you're getting a bit of a different background from me. I'm sitting directly in front of my bookshelves. The reason is because I just filmed a video for Harlequin. So that should be coming out, I think, right around Valentine's Day. So I will, of course, keep you guys updated. Follow me on Instagram, and I will post it there as well. I'm very excited about it. I was sharing some Presents and Desire novels that I really enjoyed. So yeah, I will let you guys know more about that when it does come out. But I wanted to sit down with you all this morning because I finished a book yesterday. So yay, finished my first book for February. And I did want to spin the wheel again. So I will explain why in just a few minutes. But first, let me talk about the book that I finished yesterday. So last night, as I was, just about to go to bed, I was doing a little bit of reading. I did finish reading Heartbreaker by Francine Pascal. This is book number 8 in the Sweet Valley High series. I gave this one 3 stars. I didn't hate it. And I keep thinking, I enjoyed these novels. So if I'm not liking them, why am I still reading them? But the campy fun, completely out of left field, that's why I read these, right? Again, these are books I could not read back to back to back. So the plot of this story is that Jessica has her eyes set on this guy named Bill. He's the guy in the picture. And he's really standoffish. He kind of has a bit of a history with this other girl he used to date years ago. And I think she passed away, if I'm remembering correctly. I just finished the book, but I can't remember. And there's this girl named Dee Dee, who she's got her sights set on Bill as well. But of course, no one can resist the great Jessica Wakefield. So they're in a play together, and, all these shenanigans kind of happen. It was fun. It was a fun book. I mean, these are not groundbreaking. These are not Pulitzer Prize winning books. They are fun. If you read them when you were younger, it is fun to revisit them. The great thing about the Sweet Valley High series, in case I know I've mentioned it before, but in case you're new, is that all the first 12 books are available on Kindle for $2.99. Now that's in Canadian dollars. I don't know what it is in US funds. But if you have Kindle Unlimited, books 13 through the end of the series are all available on Kindle Unlimited. So you can read them for nothing, essentially, you guys. Now, the super specials, the super editions, the super thrillers, all those extra books are not digital. They are not available digitally. I have looked. So I've been slowly buying them in physical format. But, and I do plan to read those ones as well. But for now, I'm just concentrating on the original series. And guys, it's just fun. It's fun. It's campy. You roll your eyes about 67 times in the book with Jessica's antics. But it's fun. They're fun, and I enjoyed it. 3 stars. Good start off to the month. So as I said, I wanted to sit down and spin the wheels I have here. Now the reason is because I got thinking about this. The audiobook that I'm currently reading, I am almost done. I'm hoping to finish it today. But I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to sit back down with you guys at any point today. So what I had been doing before, and I realized why I stopped doing it at the beginning of the year, was that I always have the book I'm currently reading plus the next book. So I like to know what the next book is like and have that kind of like on deck, if you will. So for example, like in case I didn't finish the audiobook today and I was listening to it on my way to work tomorrow, I didn't want to have to wait to spin the wheel. Now I know logically I could just pick an audiobook to read, but I love spinning the wheel, you guys. So I'm going to spin the wheel for my next audiobook. And then when I do finish the audiobook I'm currently reading, I will spin again. So we have the next one on deck. So I always know the next book essentially. And then I'm going to do the same for my ebooks and print books because I did pick a new print book to start today, The Key by Rebecca Flanders, which I'm very excited about. But I'm going to spin for another ebook or print book as well. So we're going to do 2 spins here, you guys. So the first one is going to, of course, be for my audiobook, my next audiobook. So let's go ahead. Oops. Shoot, are you guys going to be able to see this? All right, you know what? We're going to ignore it. Oh, that's not available yet anyway. Okay, it doesn't come out till later. I have it on pre-order. So let's spin the wheel again. Okay, so here we go. Spin the wheel again. Spin the wheel again. What have we got here? Oh, Lucky Leap Day. This is by Anne-Marie Walker. Unfortunately, I've not heard some of the best reviews for this one, but I do have it from NetGalley, so on audio from NetGalley. So that will be my next one. So that's exciting. Okay, great. Let's see what we have here next. So that's for my ebook or my audiobook. So let's see ebooks and print books. I don't have as many on this list. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel for this one. Super exciting. What have we got here? Ooh, Buried Secrets, a Nancy Drew. So I'm reading the next one in the Nancy Drew Files series, the series that came out in the 80s. So I will have to borrow this one from Scribd because the entire series is available on Scribd. So that will be my next ebook after I finish The Key by Rebecca Flanders. So yay on that one. So guys, that's it. Very short, very sweet clip this morning. I haven't even had a coffee yet. Can you believe it? And I'm still like, makeup's on point today too, guys. I'm pretty pleased with that. You know, I wanted to look somewhat decent to film the video for Harlequin. So now I have to edit that. I will do that later today, probably over my lunch break. It won't take long at all to edit and then send it off to them. And like I said, I will keep you guys updated on when it's posted. So yeah, so that's about all that I have right now, guys. I may check in later. We got some snow yesterday. They were calling for quite a big storm, but we got really not very much. But they're calling for more starting today, like around lunchtime. So I might take the camera out if it does start again. Last night it was pretty late, so it was really difficult to see because it was already dark out. But if we do get snow this afternoon, I will update you guys then. But yeah, if not, I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi, friends. Happy Sunday. It's been a minute since I talked to you. I think the last time I sat down and did a clip was on Thursday. So I missed Friday and Saturday. So I do apologize, you guys. Friday and Saturday were just kind of, I don't know what happened. I don't know where they went, but they're gone. They're over now. Friday was super busy at work. And by the time I realized I wanted to talk to you guys, it was late at night. Like it was like 7 o'clock. I was finishing work and the lighting is just horrific. So I didn't even bother. I'm like, oh, I'll record something on Saturday. And then yesterday, I just got lazy. I didn't get busy. I got lazy. I pretty much the same thing. I spent a good chunk of the morning watching BookTube, listening to my audiobook, stitching. And again, by the time I realized I wanted to talk to you guys, it was later in the evening. And again, the lighting was bad. So it is what it is. But I am coming to you right now with 2 book reviews because I finished 2 books in the last few days. So I'd finished one on Thursday, and I think I mentioned that I was going to talk about it like on Friday, but I did not. And then I had started another audiobook, and I think I started that audiobook on Thursday night. I think I was almost done it on Thursday. My plan was to finish the one audiobook on Thursday, The other one I started on Thursday night, and then I actually didn't finish it till later last night. So maybe going forward, I might be doing these Sunday morning clips just to kind of wrap everything up, from the night before. Because the way I was doing it is like I would film a clip on Saturday morning and then put the whole vlog together, but then Saturday night would be kind of missing. Not like I do anything on Saturday nights, but like if I finished a book, kind of that scenario. Anyway, I'm rambling. So what else is new? So the first book that I finished on Thursday was Fishing for Trouble by Elizabeth Logan. I gave this book 3.5 stars. I did listen to it on audio. It was narrated by, I don't remember either of the narrators. I'm so sorry, and I didn't write it down. So I will put the narrator's name right here. This was the second book in the Alaskan Diner Mystery Series. This was cute. I didn't love this one. This was not like a cozy mystery that if you're a cozy mystery reader, you will really like this one. But if you're kind of new to the genre, maybe wait until you've got some more under your belt. And I mean, not saying that this book was bad. It was enjoyable. I gave it 3.5 stars. So this is the story of a woman, or the series is about a woman by the name of Charlie, or Charlotte. And she runs a diner in this small town in Alaska called Elks Crossing, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And she runs this diner, the Bear Claw. And one of the patrons at the very beginning of the book dies in the restaurant or in the diner or whatever it is. And of course, at first, the locals are like, did he die from eating something here? And she's like, no, he hadn't even been served his food yet. But he was but he was a college-age boy. And he worked for the summer, because this does take place over the summer in Alaska. And he worked over the summer at this fish processing plant not far away. And there's this whole thing kind of happening with the fish processing plant that contributed to his death. It was a poisoning, not to give too much away. There's all these suspects, takes place in small town Alaska. It was really cute. I am an Alaska person. Like, I have never been. It is on my bucket list to do an Alaskan cruise, but it's one of those buzzword places. Like, when I hear Alaska, I immediately want to read the book that's set there. So that's the reason why. And this one was from NetGalley, so thank you very much to NetGalley. And I think it was Berkeley was the publisher for sending me an e-art copy of this book. Excuse me. I'm drinking tea this morning. It is chocolate chili chai from David's, in case you're curious. It's delightful. So, yeah, I liked this one. It was fun. It was a fun, cozy mystery. It's the second in the series. I have not read the first book. So if you are a series person, maybe go back and read book 1, and then you can jump into this one. There is a third book as well. I don't know if there's going to be any more. But I mean, it was fun. It was Alaska. It was interesting. I like the characters. She has a cat, of course, which is always fantastic. But again, like I say about a lot of cozies, this one checks all the boxes for a cozy mystery. It is a single woman who runs some sort of a food establishment. These are all staples of the genre. You know what I mean? Typically, there's a love triangle. There is not one in this one, which is a good thing. Takes place in a small town, wacky cast of characters or wacky cast of townspeople. She has an animal. In this case, it's a cat. The cat's name is Eggs Benedict. Benny for short. And yeah, it was cute. It was fun. 3.5 stars. If you're a cozy fan, check it out. And then the other one I just finished last night, just before I fell asleep. I was listening to it while I was playing Happy Color on my tablet. Was Lucky Leap Day by Anne Marie Walker. Again, I do not remember the narrator. I did have this one from Sourcebooks on audio. So I did get an audio e-arc, an audio arc. I don't know how you would say that, from the publisher. And again, I'll put the narrator's name down here. I did not love this one. I gave this one 3 stars. So I gave it 3 stars mainly because the premise was adorable. And sorry for shaking the camera. And it started off really strong. Like, the first half of this book was an absolute delight. And then for some reason, it just went completely off the rails. At least that's the way it felt to me. Now, most of the reviews I've seen on this book, people loved it, but I wasn't one of those people. So take my review at face value, read it for yourself. I'm not going to give away too many spoilers. So essentially the entire plot of this book is about this girl who just breaks up with her boyfriend and she goes to Dublin for 3 days. Her and the ex-boyfriend were supposed to go together because he was at a work conference. And then they broke up like weeks and weeks before they were supposed to leave. She was going to rip up the ticket or just decide not to go or whatever the case may be, and decided, I've got a trip to Dublin. Let's just go. So she heads off to Dublin, and on the very first day, like when she leaves the airport, runs into Finn, and he's our male lead. Her name is Cara. And the two of them kind of strike up a friendship over those 3 days. And then on the last night that she is in Dublin, she's at the pub with him. His band is playing there. And she ends up, it's Leap Day. So it's February 29th. And she proposes to him. And he says yes, and they get married. And then they wake up the next day and realize they're married, and the story goes from there. So up to there, the author had me, and I was just like, this is fantastic. You know, how is this going to work out? You know what I mean? Like, I was loving it. But then, like I said, it went off the rails, in my opinion, and they headed back to Los Angeles. And I don't want to say anything else. So they end up going back to Los Angeles because they figured it would be easier to get a divorce if they both were in the same country, and Finn didn't really have a steady job. She does in LA, and off they go back to the side of the pond, and the story kind of goes from there. And I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like the way the story progressed. I don't want to give away spoilers. So like nothing bad happens. It felt almost like two different stories. Does that make sense? Like you started out with this really charming, fun kind of Leap Day, you know, oops, look what we did. How are we going to fix this? To this entirely what felt like a different story in Los Angeles where she's got issues with her job and stuff like that. And then the epilogue, I appreciate what the author was doing with the epilogue, but it's a little, it was different. Let's just put that. It was different. Okay. So this is the first book I read by Anne Marie Walker. And the one thing I can say is that her writing was fantastic. I really, really liked her writing style, and I will read more from her. That is a definite. Like I think I also have Happy Singles Day by her, and I want to check that one out. So I just think this one, I think I built so much into the beginning of the book and how cute it was that the execution of like what happened afterward, I was disappointed because I was hoping for more of this at the beginning and I got something else. Does that make sense? So read it for yourself. You know, if you're interested, check it out. The audio was cute. The narrator wasn't the best. She wasn't super memorable. And I do have to admit that some of the ways that when Finn was talking with his Irish accent was a little, she missed the mark a few times. Let's put it that way. But other than that, it was that the narration on itself, on the book itself was fine. And yeah, that's really all I have to say on it. I don't want to say too much. But yeah, so there you go. There's the 2 books that I've finished. So I think that takes me for 3 books now for the month of February, which is great because today is the 6th. So 3 books down, not too shabby at all. I'm very happy with that. So I'm not actually going to share with you guys what I'm currently reading. I am going to make you all wait until my next vlog. Because literally I'm going to film that clip next. For the vlog for next week. So yeah, I will share with you guys then. I can share this. I am reading The Key still by Rebecca Flanders, which I'm really enjoying, but I'll talk more about this next week. I'm only about 90 pages into it. So there's my bookmark. And if you watched my one little clip, I think before this one, where I spun the wheel when I finished Fishing for Trouble, you will know what audiobook I am starting later today. So yay. So anyway, guys, that's it. That's all I have. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this. Comment below. I'm sorry I haven't gotten to a lot of comments over the last week or so. I'm going to try and go back. And I've been reading them all. I just haven't been, like, marking them because it's just been a super busy week for me. So anyway. Oh, and I still have, in case you're curious, I'm still dragging around my my cardiac monitor friend. I have this until Tuesday. Believe me, Tuesday is going to be celebration day when I can take this thing off finally. Like, permanently take it off. Not just take it off to shower and put it back on, which is what I did this morning. So yeah, so that's it. I'm rambling. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.